Hi folks, it's a pretty cool early spring day. It's the middle of April and I wanted to show you a few trees that were in bloom right around me. So let's take a look. So this tree right here with these beautiful pinkish purplish blooms is called the Eastern Redbud. Now the redbud starts budding out in March. It's one of our earliest blooming trees. It's usually a pretty shrubby tree with multiple trunks, and you'll often find them at the end of forest edges, at the edge of a clearing. Honeybees definitely visit the redbud for its pollen, but hummingbirds really like its nectar, so you might actually see a hummingbird visiting these flowers. Here's a closer look at some of these flowers. They're just magnificent. These flowers can be fried and eaten. You can fry them up in an egg. And the bark was actually used by folk healers to treat diarrhea and also leukemia. So this young tree that I'm right by is called a buckeye. Now a buckeye is kind of interesting. It leaves out very early in the spring. It's one of the first ones that you'll see. Often by the road you'll see it, and sometimes you'll even see the branches of the buckeye, or rather the trunk, arching all the way over it, almost touching the ground. They've got that kind of interesting ability to grow in a curved shape, trying to reach the sunlight. You can see here they've got a palm-shaped leaf with 5 different lobes on it. These haven't completely unfurled yet. And a buckeye might be familiar to you if you think of those treats that are chocolate with peanut butter in the center that are so delicious. Those treats resemble the seeds of this tree, which of course don't drop until the fall, and squirrels love them. So keep your eye out for those as well. Now this tree here, the one on the right hand side that's sort of overlapping another tree, is an elm tree. Now elm trees bloom very early in the spring. Their flowers aren't very noticeable sometimes. They're very pretty, and they produce these seeds which are really interesting. They almost look to me like little tokens. They are wind dispersed. These are actually called samaras, is the type of seed that these are, and they're wind dispersed, and these seeds can germinate the same year. They don't actually require a winter of what's called a cold stratification to germinate. So elms can actually spread pretty quickly. They're often found along the edges of a clearing, just like some of the other trees we visited. Keep your eyes open for them. You might just notice them at this time of year.